Hello, thank you so much for joining me. I'm out on a walk. I've just seen a woodpecker. Oh, no, that's a squirrel. Um, but hadn't got my camera running and I probably wouldn't have caught it if I had. But I've been asked to talk about loneliness, specifically loneliness in older people. Now, loneliness is not restricted to older people. Anyone, any gender, any financial bracket, anyone can be lonely. But there's a big difference between being lonely and being alone. I'm alone most of the time, but most of the time, do you know, I'm fine about that. I prepared for my retirement. And that's a time when a lot of people do get hit by loneliness. Their routine has gone. Maybe their position in life, they feel that that has gone. There are a lot of big changes. Also, finances. They usually take quite a big dip. So I prepared. And this is something that you can start doing at any age. I did my training as a counsellor so that I could work as a voluntary counsellor. I did my training as a hypnotherapist and also as a hypnobirthing practitioner so that I could do a little bit of private work. And it was good to keep using my brain. It was hard because I was doing that alongside a full-time job that occupied Mondays to Saturdays, 7 a.m. to about 11, 12. So fitting in coursework, it took some doing, but it was worth it and has paid dividends. I'm fortunate in that I'm still able to get out and walk. It's more difficult if you can't. But there are places that you can go, and very often there is transport laid on for these. I know there is around here. There are places where, residential places, where people can go just to play games, to chat, to have lunch on specific days. And that's a good place to go and chat anyway. There are people who haven't any visitors. So if you could go as a visitor, killing two birds with one stone. And then there's the churches, the chapels. Certainly the two chapels in my village, they both have coffee mornings on different days. So if you can start going to something like that, if you're able to get out, then you might make friends, meet people you've not seen for a while. It's worth looking into. And if you are at home, then get things to keep you busy. If you've never tried crafting, try that. I keep plugging this, but you can get little children's editions of various crafts that don't cost much. And if you don't like it, you've not wasted a lot of money. but you might have achieved a pot holder or something like that. And you might have discovered something that you want to continue as a hobby. But occupying your mind is important. Learning is important. Have a go at some of the, if you've got access to technology that allows you to tune in to YouTube. There are lots of armchair exercises specifically for we older folk. But if you have a mobility problem, they're great for other folk as well. But don't be afraid to ask for help. We have Age UK here. They are a good source of telling you what there is in your local area. Check out, ask around what there is that you might be able to take part in. The charity shops, again, if you can get out. And certainly around here, the primary schools have grandmas and granddads coming in to listen to readers or to just chat with the children. Obviously, you need to go through the security checks, but that is beneficial again to the older and the younger generations. I fully accept that COVID made things so much worse. It's been acknowledged that it made it worse for children, which I know it did. But it made it worse for older people too. It emphasised the aloneness, especially if, like me, you weren't in anybody's bubble. It made me feel very isolated and delighted to have the postman knock on the window and wave, checking I was all right. And my wonderful friend who did all of my shopping for me. Because I'm one of those people who can, if there's any bug around, it zeroes in on me. So on that note, ask, put feelers out, and find things that will keep you occupied mentally and, if possible, physically. Don't sit and ponder. Sit and reminisce. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe if you've got grandchildren that you don't need, you could make a memory box for them with photographs, little stories of when you were little, or when they were little, or their mum and dad were little. They love things like that. And it's good for you, a good occupation. And at the end, you've got something super. So have a go with things. And if any of our wonderful folk on here have any other ideas, please can you add them in the comments? The more the merrier. Thank you. As I am approaching my pondering style, I'm going to say cheerio for now, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. No matter what age you are, take great care of yourself. Bye for now, and I hope that wasn't too wobbly. The road here is a green road, and I'll just turn round. So it's a bit bumpy. but I've kept upright, so that's always a plus. Though it would have added to the novelty value, I accept that. Thank you for joining me. Bye.